sudden.
I feel like
remember.
the way
When I
these
went to investigate
kids
Nagito's
lay out
cottage,
information
I discovered something
is
really
less than optimal. Like, imagine voting on all of this, and there's like at least 4 pieces of evidence we haven't talked about yet. Like, why would you not just tell them, Hajime? Like, oh yeah, when me and Chiaki went into Nagito's room, we found a bunch of like fucked up stuff. Also, Monokuma told us that Byakuya wasn't Byakuya. You guys believe that?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing.
The poison. Cusco's poison. The poison for
I
Cusco.
see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
Yeah, what the fuck?
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure
What?
seem to know a lot about medicine.
Blood blotches? Like under the skin, or?
What does that mean?
I'm literally part of the Yakuza family. What do you want? What do you want?
But even if blood blotches appear,
When you don't have an ultimate
if the
detective,
body
that's a
was
good
already
point.
covered in blood,
They're struggling a little bit.
there's no way we'd notice them easily.
Excuse
right?
me.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
Why though?
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it. If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
It's true.
Then
That's an important
it's
detail.
impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
They are still on the suicide shit, but they're figuring out that something else is going on.
And this is when the hardtail appears.
Oh my god,
You're
Akane,
totally
please.
overvaluing that tail.
Oh my god.
His mouth
I'm gonna
was
need you
covered
guys to
with
focus.
duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like
Just
we're out of
kidding.
possibilities
I'm
yet.
making jokes now.
Are there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the
I appreciate the thought
poison's warning
process.
label. Maybe.
She's very hesitant. The way the poison entered Nagito's hands is written on the warning label? Excuse me, I don't know what I did to my throat. I like choked on some water like 5 minutes ago and it hasn't stopped. Ah, jeez. I didn't read the label. I don't remember what it says. It's okay, we'll do our best. This part reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. When you're flying the gummy ship. You know, spiky hair, anime, etc. Oh, God. Alright, I gotta slow down. I'm gonna fly right off this thing. Oh. Gas? Maybe he breathed it in? My god. Oh! There's a lot happening. Okay. Knew that one was coming. I was trying to check for patterns. Doing my best. Oh, we're going a little too fast. We're going a little too fast. About to fly off into the ether. Oh! Oh. It's okay. We're fine. We're fine. We have a good life meter. Oh my god. That one was on me. It's fine. Okay. Almost did it in the same spot. Just gonna take it slow. Oh, jeez. What wasn't one of our skills that we don't run out of time in something? What is the one that it helps us with? Thought it was logic dive. Through his nose. His mouth was covered up, and through his wounds doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Okay, I'm gonna need to like drink some water and calm down for a second after this. So maybe something to do with the fire? Yeah, it turns out Hajime actually knows everything and he's completely ready to tell everybody, but he doesn't know how to snowboard, so he just fucking dies.
It's all coming together. What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
Enchanted liquid, highly potent, takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Its volatility is low. Liquid's very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
So then what? Okay, I'm
Breathe
listening.
that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
Because we waited after the fire went out. Monokuma was like, ooh, remember? Oh,
I see.
remember Monokuma was like, oh, we should wait outside. The smoke is dangerous.
Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
I like that shot.
The poison gas
Everyone's
disappeared
expressions
because
are
of
so
the
intense.
sprinklers? It
Except for
was the
Chiaki,
fire?
who is always on at most 5 out of 10. At most. That is the most shocked she's ever been. Monokuma would have been bored as hell if you all died at once. Yeah, he's got nothing else going on.
This was also written on the poison's warning label.
He's the other one that I remember thinking this a lot in the first game. Of like, no, I mean, he could just like straight up kill people. Obviously, he did that to, what's her name? Junko's sister. That wasn't actually Junko, but everyone thought it was Junko. But like, generally speaking, most of the stuff that he did was to just advance the entertainment of it. He wasn't actually trying to, like, that's the kids always think of just like, oh, a serial killer brain. Nope. They're fucked up in other ways, in ways you can't even imagine. So is it possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications? Yeah, and Monokuma can't kill unprovoked. Yeah, exactly. There's a whole rule that if you fuck with them, you know. So is it possible you poison someone without any complications?
Of course! Hydrolysis!
It was absolutely hilarious when Nagito was like, I'm gonna kill everyone, and Monokuma couldn't even be like, don't. That's true.
The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers. Also,
Genius.
the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
Yeah, exactly, Luna. So that's why he was able to kill her. She's the only one that Monokuma was able to kill, because... And then he was gonna kill Akane for the same reason, you know?
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
Yeah, love these rules. Love the rules. Like, no, I mean, I could kill you at any point in time, but I won't unless you provoke me, in which case, I'm totally gonna do it. Can't kill more than 2 people at once, because I said so, and that would be boring, and there wouldn't be enough people left for it to be fun. Also, go to bed at nighttime. Don't be up too late. Wake up when I wake you up. Also, there's breakfast for you.
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, no, I feel like that's
the
gotta
true
be
cause
it.
of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
Uh-oh.
So what?
Soda? Kazuichi Soda, I just... Remember last stream when I was like, I feel like Soda would probably be the worst person to cover up his own murder, like if he tried to murder someone?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what?
Does he have a point? Yeah, I'm with Mel on this one. Does he? Because, like, the point is that it wasn't what we thought it was, so therefore further conversation needs to happen, because there's definitely some more to unpack there. Why did that happen? Why did those events happen in that order? You know what I mean? Like, the thing is that the poison... Well, the reason that it's important is because this now says that he didn't necessarily give himself the poison. We don't know that. Even though we found the poison in his room, we just got into his room by asking Monokuma. So somebody else could have asked Monokuma and could have just put the poison back in his fridge. Like, we don't know. So it's definitely important to talk about.
It doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already.
They can kill but still have a bedtime.
Nagito inhaled the poison he prepared and died.
You need sleep for your growing brains.
It still sounds like a suicide.
Did he prepare the poison? Why would he do that? Why would he do both?
The true cause of death.
So someone had to put the poison there. Okay,
All right.
I'm listening.
All the mysteries should be solved.
I don't need to try to figure it all out without
right?
getting the information. I can read and pay attention and listen. Okay. No, I'm not ready to vote. No, because why would he do both? Why would he do both? That's the thing, right? Is what's the motive for doing both? Not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Right, so that's a little weird, and I feel like we need to... I feel like we agreed we need to hash this all out before we just vote. No, that doesn't make sense.
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
These brains are never growing past this. Yeah, that's fair, Sarah. I just feel like Soda shouldn't try to shut down the conversation right away. Hajime was mid-sentence. Soda's just a dick.
There might have been an accomplice.
Why, though? Tell me more.
Chiaki, what did you just say? If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
If Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, then the thing that would have been left behind is the meat on the bone. the container. Right? I don't like the meat on the bone being an answer.
Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Tell me why in all caps. I'm just a Backstreet Boys song on repeat for this whole trial. Wasn't the meat on the bone from the first trial with Teru Teru? Yeah, I wouldn't get up at 7 a.m. for Monokuma's dumbass either, Monkwave. Fuck that.
Container anywhere, right?
Rip my TV right out of the wall.
He can't carry around poison without putting it in a container?
Any plans for the weekend? I might hang out with a couple friends. I'm gonna probably try to take it easy this weekend though, because the past few weekends we've been really busy. So like, I might just read, work on some YouTube and Twitch stuff. It's gonna be nice. Maybe go to the pool. What about you? I would love to know your plans.
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
The moldy old meat. They've just left the meat there in the dining hall this entire time.
The container probably melted in the fire.
Right, an accomplice can't be the one who's charged for the murder. But I'm willing to bet that whoever they figure out, they're going to justify why it wasn't an accomplice and why they were just straight up a murderer.
It's
we'll
probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate.
Yeah, the glass from the...
Of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire.
Why didn't those work?
Burn up, you know?
Are we going to talk about that? Because those didn't work.
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice? It is just two.
Like, does that really matter all that much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice, it doesn't change the fact that Nagito still committed suicide.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
So, I mean, if someone was just trying to kill Nagito and he was trying to kill himself at the same time, like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, if they were separate, like, if they weren't working together.
That's totally it!
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet? I'm not in
I'm in the mood for unexpected twists. I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get hurt anymore, but hurt by hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting. I also feel that way. I love Hajime going through this like facial expression journey without saying anything out loud. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt.
That's no good.
Yeah, well, what's the point? I don't know. I feel like there should still be an answer. Even if Nagito's death is ruled a suicide, obviously, like, if one of them tried to kill him and, like, half succeeded or whatever, I still want to know. And if I was one of these kids, I'd definitely want to know.
I feel like Nagito is seeing
I don't want to get
us.
off the island and, like, try to live a normal life with someone who, like, straight up almost murdered someone, or did, in some sense of the word. Yeah, they would definitely want to know, right?
By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else. But if Nagito was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
He's right.
The power of friendship bursts.
If the accomplice and Nagito were both trying to kill Nagito, wouldn't that, like, super matter? Yeah, I feel, right? At least to some extent. I'm interested to see how they play out with the rule thing, though. Because that is a good point.
Still, that's pretty messed up.
How would they know who did it first, which could mean that if they get it all wrong, they all die. Yeah, that's pretty important. Yeah, I feel like it warrants further discussion. Monami, I love you and I appreciate the mentality, but, like, I genuinely feel like you're providing nothing to this anymore.
I get what you're saying,
all you're doing is telling Monokuma to shut up. I guess that helps sometimes.
Is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really
This is
was an accomplice,
complicated.
is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is?
Yeah.
Like Fuyuhiko said earlier, it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
Fuck you, you can't kill me, I'll do it myself. Nagito's last words.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing.
No, you're all just impatient.
And we probably just
You
didn't
just want this to
notice
be
it.
over.
Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
Yeah, everyone's sounding guilty as fuck here. You're right. Everyone is sus. When the whole gang is sus. Yeah, what's the rush to vote? It's because Monokuma said it's the last trial, which I bet that's why he fucking said that. Literally just planting seeds everywhere. Just making everybody feel like, no, I just want this to be done so I can go home. Because, of course, that's what's going to happen. I'm sure they're going to go home. Even though it was brief, it was like a strong flash of light running through the back of my head. If I was doing it, I'd want it to be like, do this for 48 hours, no breaks. I know. Me too. Be like, absolutely not. This is the only thing we can think about for at least the next 2 days. The way Nagito brought the poison, which means the thing he used as a container was... Uh-oh. Oh no, I don't have any idea. Ooh, Korean barbecue tomorrow night, and then a friend's birthday bash. Oh, dude, that sounds like such a nice weekend. I'm excited for you. Find fire. This is not working out letter-wise. Fire. Oh, the fire grenades. No. Oh, I lost my E, and I just lost the other one. Fire. Grenade. Yes. Genius. I need an E though, right? Isn't it grenade? Oops. No, I wasn't fast enough. Nope, we missed it. That's fine. Wow, that's why it didn't work. Look, I understand that people have their issues with Danganronpa, like, so, cringe, whatever, I don't care. I understand that some people just don't like it, or there's like plenty of, you know, people find little things they think are little plot holes and whatever. I get it.
I got it.
I think it's very well written and fun. I'm having a good time, and I think that that's really a cool, what's the word? Plot device? No, I guess just detail, you know?
Huh?
The fucking using the little fire grenades.
The fire grenade.
That's amazing. And then you're like, oh shit, why isn't it working?
Inside one of the fire grenade canisters
great.
and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the
I don't think it would make it
place.
an accidental killing, because if the person, it would just depend on who put the poison into the grenades. If Nagito puts it in there, then I don't think it changes anything. I don't know. I'd have to see how it would play out. But if somebody else put it in there, then it's definitely on whoever put it in there.
As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought
Did
to the
he
warehouse.
do it? Because again, then that's still just
It can be hidden with the other fire grenades we
a suicide.
used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
Low-key
bastard.
genius.
Totally knew we were
Kind
gonna
of
throw those
genius.
Fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
Yeah, that has to be it.
Of just
When I
one of
first
them?
discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit. But
How would we know which one
the
it
canister
was? And how
completely
are you
sealed
going to
shut
hold
by
that
a layer
person
of aluminum
accountable?
underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
Okay, so we have that little blue seal.
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
Hajime. Me?
Again,
If so,
another
then there's
important
no
detail that
mistake.
everyone should know.
Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one
Yeah,
of
because
the
we found
fire
that little
grenades.
aluminum lid.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
No, he
Sonia's
did
words
it.
are proof.
Either someone planted all of the shit in
poison
his
was
room, or
swapped
he
with the
did it. And
contents
in
of
this
the fire
case, if he
grenade.
did it, then what? Then how was someone else involved? Yeah, they did say it looked like a yogurt lid. Sonia's words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid. The lid.
I can prove it with this. Take a
Yay!
look. We found this
See,
under
there are
Nagito's
some
bed
things
when we were investigating his
I
cottage.
can figure it out. It's just sometimes those logic arguments are
That's
my
just a piece
brain
of
cannot
trash.
handle that much information at once.
No, that is not just a piece of trash.
Wouldn't be suicide
The
even if
seal
he
I
did
saw
fill
on
it up
that
because he
fire
wasn't the
grenade
one
matched
throwing
this.
it. Yeah, I
It is the
guess.
same aluminum.
But if somebody, I don't know, if this is where they're going with it, where they're gonna say the person who threw it is the one who's the blackened, hard disagree.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
Did he use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison, after all. He took extreme caution when swapping them.
Oh yeah, I guess they did sell those things at the gas station.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide. Enough already!
The idea of being that pissed off, saying that sentence specifically is just...
You're right.
We do be living in a society.
If the canister
Okay.
wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
Soda should just be banned from these.
See, I told you. The conclusion is
He's
still
not
the
doing
same.
much for us.
Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding. You're right. In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
What did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
That like one of us did it.
What the hell?
Is basically what she's getting at. That it's one of our faults. Which, taking a step back and thinking about if I was in that situation and I was the one who threw the grenade, like I somehow figured out that I was the one who threw the fire grenade and that was the one that killed him, like that would be something to seek therapy for. That would be something that I would be like, I killed a person. It was an accident, but I did, right? So I get it. I'm interested to see where we're going.
Is this
where
not
are we going?
settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide. No, it's not.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Realized what?
We know Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison, so when was it deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison? When I thought along those lines, that's when I realized it.
The horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
I see.
Yeah. I want to know. I want to
It
see.
was
What do
when
you
we all
mean?
threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, what other way could it be? Of course that's what she means. Right? True, you can't seek therapy when you're gonna get executed. You're right. It's like, what do they call that? When they, I can't think of the word, but like when they, it's like like an execution style thing in like old school military stuff. A shooting line, what the fuck, where there's like, you know, like 5+ people with guns and all of them are blanks except for one, and they all shoot at this one person so that no one knows whose gun is the one that didn't have the blank in it, so you don't know who killed them. You know what I mean? What the hell am I talking about? Last time I ever tried to save a life. Last time I ever tried to put out a fire. Right.
If that is true, then the
I really
person who
hope it's
brought
shit
the
for
poison
brains. Yeah.
and spread it was.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison spread it. But you wouldn't
One of
know.
us threw the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Right, I mean, there's no other way that happened.
Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
I mean, but he kind of did, though. You know, I mean, because he knew that that's what would happen.
So yourself! You said Nagito committed suicide!
Then who killed
I think that'd be
Nagito?
a very interesting plot twist if it was Hajime. That's just the end of the game. That's just how the game ends. First person view of Nagito's execution. I mean, Hajime's execution.
You mean he's the actual killer, right?
I can understand why this is frustrating, Luna. I get it. I get it. Definitely.
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Ooh. No, he prepared it.
I see.
Yeah, why is that the question?
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poison grenade?
Nagito?
I see.
Why are we doing this? Chiaki! Come
That
on!
was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the
Oh my
same damn
God.
question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
Oh.
I see.
Don't
We're piecing
tell
it
me,
together.
eh?
It's all coming
He set the
together.
warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
So that would
He
still
set the
be
fire just so we'd put it out?
suicide, wouldn't it?
Why'd he do that?
So
It was a
that we would
trap.
throw the poison. But why did he use the poison and the spear thing? Why wouldn't he just... This is too much.
A trap?
Preparing the poison. Creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all
Just
a
to
setup
set
by
someone else
Nagito.
up? Just to get someone else
It
killed?
was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
To make someone else be considered the
Seriously.
Blackened?
I'm asking you who threw it.
How would we
I
know?
don't know. The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
No one. We could. There's no way we could know.
Could it be? Was that Nagito's trap?
Why would he do that though?
This wasn't
What's
an
the
intentional
point?
murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades. Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
Well, that just seems out of character.
What? What the
Sarah, don't make fun of me for defending Nagito.
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him? To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison
Okay.
grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point. All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor.
But that doesn't... I'm still a little confused as to why they didn't work, though. Because he only emptied one of them, so why... I rescind my previous statement about how that's a cool little plot device, because now I'm confused. You know? I love this trial because this is the most extra and insane shit, and that makes it cool as hell. I agree. Maybe he used his luck to get it to be the traitor who threw the grenade. Oh. Oh, okay.
Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor,
But
was able to breathe in the dense poison.
okay, well, okay, I'm with you there then, because if that is the case, then he really had faith in his ultimate luck, because then he would hope that everybody would work together and figure out, even though despite him making it look like a suicide, that they would figure out who threw the grenade somehow, and then therefore kill the traitor. Interesting.
And then,
Hold on. If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause
Oh,
of
because the
death.
grenade didn't break till it hit the floor. The fire eliminator wouldn't have been able to reach the fire on the curtain. That makes